Hello everybody, Fearmy Games here with the next part of my Total War Rome 2 playthrough using the Divided Empire mod. Last episode, as you might remember, we spent most of the time in one end turn phase. The entire thing was one end turn phase, where we fought This army here was attacked by an army of Armenia. This army was also attacked by an army of Armenia, but both armies were defeated soundly, leaving our armies mostly intact, a little bit damaged, but intact all the same. Where Tushpa was attacked, and after a very, very brief and desperate battle, we were victorious at the very end. It was so clutch. I had one or two units left. I thought we had lost it, but we clutched it. It felt so good to have won that one. So we're sending army, instead of going to Fraspa immediately, I'm going to send this army to take out the rebel army here, and then I'll have them push west. I'm thinking of bypassing Fraspa to attack Ganzak, to take out that army, and then pull back to Fraspa and take that as well. Mostly because of the fact that there is an army there. I kind of want to wipe it out, but I'm still debating. Might be best just take Fraspa to defend it, to be honest, all things considered, but, you know, always consider multiple ends. So let's see, I can upgrade Armenia to a civil town. Let's see, this army thankfully is not suffering through attrition while it's on patrol. We will upgrade this place if we wanted to as well. I'm trying to basically decide where I want to spend my money. I want food. Unfortunately, a supply pit will actually start costing me food if I upgrade it. It's a bit of a thing to keep in mind. A timber store apparently has a major penalty to public order. Damn, that's so much. I'm probably gonna do the Temple of Hermes first for the wealth. And also the public order bonus too is pretty important to me. And I'm gonna then upgrade the Temple of Artemis, try and further convert people to our cause, and get a decent amount of wealth from agriculture, hopefully from our Mosata. Though admittedly, it's not gonna be all that useful. I hope for the best. Because I don't really have a lot of, things that give me wealth from food. That's kind of making me wonder if I should convert this. I'm like, is it really useful at all? Not really. Not really at all. Which makes me kind of want to make a sacred grove to increase the Hellenic influence as much as possible and kind of lean into that public order bonus. Or you get that bonus research. Because I do love that research. Research is extremely useful. Or the bonus to Shrine of Ares is also really good because the melee skill defense bonus for all units in the province, and as well as bonus recruitment and sanitation. So conflicted. Let's see, does this give me wealth? It does give me some wealth from agriculture. I think I'll keep it to the Temple of Artemis. I can always convert it later. Just makes me like a little conflicted. I'm gonna upgrade Armenia to a higher level of town. That'll cost all my monies. Now let's attack. This army cannot move, however, because I already moved it at the end of last episode. I think after the end of last episode. But we might as well wipe out the enemy armies while we're here. So we'll have this army set to besiege the main settlement here. We could auto-resolve it, but we're going to be a little bit more smart. We're going to auto-resolve it, but first we're going to kill the armies outside of the settlement without any enemies being there. So that way we can weaken it, further making it easier to just take out Samosata, strategy. And we'll enslave these Armenians. Centaurs now are rank 2, which is nice. I don't really... What's their army composition again? Mostly spears again, so anything with spears is going to be good. But I like the campaign movement range. It works for the melee attack bonus as well. Mostly just got it for the bonus to campaign movement speed, because that's always extremely useful. Let's see. Missile damage, so more. I do like the armor bonus and the melee defense. I'm gonna go for Inexorable Conquerors, but I think that's gonna be better, at least for now. Even though I really do like the melee bonus aspect of it. So we've weakened the enemy to the point where now they're not really a threat at all. So now let's just finish off Armenia. We allowed Armenia to live before, but no longer. Your family shall be murdered. I can liberate you, but I'm going to occupy you. You had your chance at freedom, and you spurned it. This is only what you deserve. I just demolished this wrestling field, though. I'm not sure yet. I am a fan of the idea of having bonus up in stuff, but I cannot afford that food penalty, so I think we'll just demolish that. Even though I do love that public order bonus. That part's not. So this guy actually did lose a unit here in the auto resolve factor. I don't know what unit it was. I think it was a hoplite unit, because I think I only had 2 of these guys in the first place. I still have 2 of these guys. I still have 6 archers. I still have 4 horsemen total. So it must have been a hoplite I lost. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense to me why I'm down a unit there. Well, I definitely want this. Because having the, make it to have bonus ammunition is never a bad thing. So I think I'll do is I'll have this guy occupy the Samosata, and I'll have this guy fall back, I think. And I'll have him move into Amasya to replenish and make sure he gets defended. And then recruit another unit there in its place to try and cover our butts there. Let's end turn. Oh, apparently there is an unassigned skill of it I have not done yet from this guy's general. So apparently should have that. He has a lot of spear-armed infantry, so I definitely want that. Let's go for whatever that thing is. So I want upkeep for land units, because I think saving money is very important, but let's also do bonus replenishment rates, so that way his armies are replenished as fast as possible. I do like that idea. Always with the negative public order, people. Everywhere except my main settlement struggles with public order. Really, because there's I have like multiple, garrison generals just sitting here in every place. I think I'm gonna try moving this guy south to Mecheta. It will cause me like a temporary money loss, but it's not the end of the world for that. Hopefully in the long run it'll lead to better public order. Let's see. Oh, I was like, oh my god, don't crash on me now. That would be awkward. Yeah, Armenia is now no more. I gave them the right to live a little bit longer. They didn't want that, so I'm killing them. I would tempted to liberate them to get like a friendly faction, but the problem with that is the fact that it's territory I want. If it's a territory like the northeast that I wasn't planning on really advancing towards, I'd liberate them as a buffer state. But, that wasn't really going to happen. Because originally they were supposed to be just a temporary buffer state. But now they don't fill that purpose for me anymore, so. We see 2 armies down there. I don't know how big their contingent is, but it is something to keep in mind. Oh. I won't lie, this war is going about as slow as Armenia, But that's partially because I had 2 new war fronts open up that delayed me. One was Pontus attacking me, which meant that I needed to advance towards Pontus. Thankfully, Pontus is about to be wiped out by Pergamon. They're attacking again? At least my general's barely damaged. But this is going to be interesting. Well, we're going to have to fight this one out and hope to win again. We have a lot less troops than we originally started with. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I'm probably going to do what I did last time, and the idea that where I left my general near the back, because that was just a stroke of barely genius, because I won the battle because of that. But and I think this time I'm not going to concede the gate. I think holding the gate will actually be very useful for me now in this one, considering all things considered. So I'm not going to concede the gate this time, even if it does mean I have to be very, very careful of enemy archers. Well, that's actually that's the main reason why I initially gave up. That's the reason why I originally gave up the general was the gate was because I was worried about enemy archers, but I kind of forgot that I was going to say, I kind of forgot, though, the arrow towers actually go towards the enemy instead of getting destroyed like they do in Attila. Because in Attila, they get destroyed. So that means they can't be used against you when they're taken. But this one, you get to make use of them yourself. So it's like, ooh, concerning. I don't know why the unit formations are being so weird right now. It's 100% weird right now. Yeah, definitely weird. Alright, you're this flank. You can fill that spot right there. You then fill up that spot. You can then fill up this spot. Then what we'll do is we'll have everyone else fall back. They're ready to fight. We'll have our general in the back, as before, ready and raring to defend the capture point. These guys I think I'm also going to keep like in the back here. And my archers I'm also going to keep safely in the back. I think it's going to be the best we're going to do. Have units hold the gate. Wait, oops, I accidentally just moved everyone off of the front gate. Oopsies. That's not what I intended to do there. There we go. That's the unit that's staying up there, and the rest of the reserve back here. There we go. We fixed the solution. I was like, I have a lot more units than I thought I did, and then it turns out that the reason why was because they were not properly where they're not where they're supposed to be. So apparently, I need to have these missiles up here to be useful in the battle, which means I need to move these guys slightly back. I don't want to move them forward. So I'm going to move these guys, put these guys like this guy here. And then like keep these guys like here. And then these things, I want one here. Which one has the longest range? This one's the longest range. So this one I want to put over, let's see, so anywhere they can be really useful near the end. I think here will be useful for that one. Now this one I'm going to put over here. I think that'll be the best. Yeah, well, it's about as already started. So they're going to have to break down the gate again. Oh, wait, no, wait, oh my god, I'm a Malacca. don't know why. Oh, because they for some reason got randomly locked. There we go. That's why. I actually kind of want these guys to not be this anymore. Except for you. I kind of want you to go back up here. And actually, the reason why I'm an idiot is I forgot that we destroyed the one ladder that they had here. But I'm surprised that they just automatically spawn with a ladder. I think they'd have to wait a turn to do that, but I guess they can just do that. This could be this inflammable round and fire into that, please. They're kind of bottlenecked at this entrance, so it's going to slow us down a little bit, but we'll see how this goes. Come on, archers! You're our only hope. Unleash the fire damage! And once these guys destroy the ladder, I'm gonna have them immediately fall back. Come on, archers, you're our only hope. Come on. It's taking a decent amount of fire damage, but it's not quite enough yet. I thankfully just stopped moving entirely. Which means that it's just freely taking fire damage right now. Come on, archers. Fire at the ladder. Apparently not taking as much fire damage as it did as well to the fire damage as it did before. Maybe just because I wasn't as ready for it. Are you guys not actually firing flaming shot? You are firing flaming shot, but not enough of a flaming shot. Dang it. Dang it, the fact that this wasn't destroyed by fire damage could be a problem. However, we have one advantage. It's the fact that I think that might have been just enough fire damage to destroy it. Which means I need to fall back everybody in this up here that's up here off of the walls now. Either way, I'm not gonna just let them sit there and be destroyed. No, why are you running towards the enemy, you fools? Yeah, it looks like the ladder is being destroyed. Looks like it stopped taking burning damage, so now it is going to be. Now they're going to take the walls. Dang it! If I hadn't forgotten to put my archers up on the walls, we would have destroyed the ladder and be in a bit of a better spot than we are now. We're not going to try holding the walls because our walls are actually not good for us. Maybe we can try holding the walls, but I'm not really confident in our ability to actually hold them. Why are you just moving weirdly? I told you to actually attack. All of our remaining archers are here now. Attack! Oops, what the? I just magically appeared through the wall there. We gotta hold! Hold them down here at this choke point! This is our Thermopylae! Engage the enemy archers. Show them who's boss. Oh, the bright side, the enemy is not immediately attacking me, which is just fine. And this archer unit's actually being considered flanked because of its positioning over here. So, if nothing else, we are causing some problems here. Not sure how well they're going to do up on the walls is my only concern here, but... Oof. These guys are taking a decent amount of damage, too. Yeah, these guys, I'm kind of trying to make sure they don't capture the gatehouse, so at the very least the air towers are neutral, but not in their favor, is kind of my hope here. As well as causing as much, problems for the enemy as possible is basically my goal right now. %85 fire damage. True shame. It'd also be great if we could have actually destroyed the arrow tower, destroyed it right as they arrived too. Can you not turn and fire there? Oh, you can't turn fire. I just have him doing that. So now these guys should hopefully start getting some kills on these enemy missile cav. It'd be unfortunate they actually take Tushpa, because that just made my life inconvenient, but not the end of the world. Now we have them the enemy flanked over here, and here I think we might lose these hoplites. I think because the enemy archer fire is kind of a problem, but we're at least keeping them contained. Why are you guys not actually attacking them even though I ordered you to? Yeah, come on, attack that possession! There we go. Bit better. Still need some work though. But it is doing what I need them to do, which is putting pressure on the enemy. I forgot to put these guys all in guard mode. That way they don't chase and get themselves killed on it by accident, which can happen. Why is this door open? They haven't captured it. I guess it allows broken units to get there or something. It's weird, though, either way. I actually could have been using my archers a little bit more effectively than I have been up on this little fight over here. That's kind of my bad. Like, they're in perfect position for my archers to fire into them, and I haven't been doing that. Right, now we have our own archers here to assist our phalanxes on holding the enemy up here. All for the sake of Greece! Oh, they're perfectly lined up for this guy to fire into them with their generals back there. Perfect for me. Delicious. Looks like, unfortunately, our guys are now flanked in the back. It definitely is our Thermopylae. If I kept this guy here, I might have been able to prevent this, but ugh. We just gotta make sure we're pushing with our hoplites. Come on, hold, don't break. Just hold, man. Help! This help is on the way. Just gotta hold. Perfect. These guys are still kind of flanked, but they're winning at least. That's what's important here. I broke those guys now. Perfect. Those archers are actually starting to waver now. The enemy archers are still doing a lot of work on us right now, but only so much we can do about that. Come on, man, engage the enemy. Oh, don't run, don't run, don't run. I need you to start now anti-archering the enemy archers right now. Let's just make sure this is actually being held here. Hold, man. Don't break. Hold. Ah, just as when I got my archers back in a position to fire into their flanks. Oh, they just shattered. Dang it. I'm surprised these guys are holding so well considering how they're just being beaten up by a bunch of hoplites right now. Yep. Hold the line over here, man. We broke them. Home phalanx. Holding these guys off at least from the rear, from being a rear charge at least. But the gates are going to be destroyed soon enough, so this defense over here will be breaking apart momentarily. Right now we're mostly losing on the morale front rather than actually militarily. Unfortunately for us, the enemy general is probably not going to be killed as easily as he was last time. Even though I've gravely wounded him. So our general's gonna kinda have to hold the capture point all by his lonesome. No friends to help him this time. Well, one more volley and I'm gonna run these guys away as fast as I can. Or whenever they run out of ammunition. Now run, boys, run! We've lost the gates. The gates have fallen. But at great cost to the enemy. But however, I think we cannot have afforded to lose as much as they have lost. I think their cav is going to catch up to my archers before they can make it to safety. Can this one not turn around like the other ones could? Oh, they can turn around. Never mind. Where's the biggest bunch of enemies over here? Why aren't you moving when I told you to? Are you kidding me? Are they going straight to the capture point around me? God dang it. They have the mobility to do so, unlike me, so it's like, you know, they're using their advantages. Unfortunately, I was not properly braced there, so I'm going to take some more damage than I otherwise would have. Phalanxes are very slow moving. So. Well, it does look like he's going straight to the capture point, so at least there's that. And the enemy general is now dead, which is good boon, which is a big boon for us. Yeah, however limited it is in scope. So I'm going to have to fall back here towards the capture point, though, because they're just going to go around me with the superior numbers. Let's see. Some of those units look like they might break because of that, but unfortunately I don't have anything in position to, like, weak finish them off yet. And our general is always going to be in danger. Thankfully they're not moving up with their missile cav to flank my guys as they move around. Oh, never mind, there. And those guys should die, because they're attacking into a spear unit. Face forward that was ready for them, so that's good. Without a cav to kind of help go in their favor, I might have a bit of an advantage now. I do need to make sure I'm not too far away from the capture point, though, or else I'll have problems, which is why I'm falling back to the capture point. So I can't let the 4D on my general be bogged down and then killed. Doing a great job getting some kills at least. Alright, let's try and hold. Come on, run, men, run! At speed, you say, but you're not really running at speed. Anything akin to speed, really. There we go. Our general's as well positioned as he can be, so almost. He just needs to actually finish getting into position still. let's see. We just got the take of the arrow fire. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. So much arrow fire. Oh, our general broke. What a disappointment of a general. He broke when his men needed him, when we needed him most not to break. We killed the enemy general again. But those archers, man, were just too much for my little garrison to hold. I think if I put the archers up on the walls at the beginning, I might have won. It would still have been very close. It would have been very close, just like the last one. But so it's kind of hard to say. They wouldn't have the wall advantage for shooting in, but they would still have the superior numbers. So it's kind of a maybe thing there. I think I would have won, mostly because I would have been holding a gate. Which would have at least I killed most of their infantry anyways, but it's like the gate would have hopefully made it so the archers would have also had more difficulty. Oh well, it's my bad. I kind of expected them to not have anything because they attacked immediately, but I guess the AI gets a free ladder, and I didn't notice that. Which means we lose Tushpa, but we'll retake it in an instant. It's just obnoxious as all hell. On the bright side, Tushpa's dead now. Apparently, it's going to take a lot of my... Apparently, they all magically are... I'm just going to auto-resolve this screw it. Even though it takes me time to replenish it, I'm just going to auto-resolve that shit. Because I'm not going to let Tushpa be wounded for too long. Yeah. Then, well, the Brights didn't have any chance to demolish anything, so it was just an inconvenience. The fact that it weakened my entire army. But I now am able to upgrade my entire army because I have war games here. I think that's the reason why. Take a couple of turns to replenish, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see. I'm not against really any of this, so let's go for the sword arm units. Because this army actually has a surprising amount of sword arm units. Morale for all units. I do like morale for all units. Morale is good. Go for reduced upkeep and bonus replenishment rate. Maybe I'll actually turn it from 3 turns to 2 turns, maybe. No, still 3 turns. Oh well. And actually, this one might be, yeah, it's 3 turns, so those armies are going to be ready to go. Caron and Close Settlement is still just going to... Close Settlement really doesn't really do a whole lot now, does it? A lot of benefits, I mean. So it does some decent amount of negatives, though. So we just did set prices, which is somewhere. So we just did set prices. We can upgrade to a trader and inn. So we just did military recruitment buff. So we should probably do some military recruitment stuff. So let's see. I do like that. So let's see. What does this do? Munition stores bonus. It might reduce banditry, which is always good. Increase the ammunition for during siege defense battles. That's good. Allows you to pre-build a tortoise against stone walls, which is very nice. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for Gymnasia Because I think it's going to be nice to be able to have my guys move fast in the snail's pace, honestly. That's the main reason why I want to do is like, you guys move so dang slow. So I want to convert, I definitely want to convert this so I can get food. I do like the store stuff, but it's not really all that important. I do want food, however, so that's what's important to me. Let's do... Next, I'll probably do consecrated grounds, but I can't afford it quite yet. So I have to wait a turn. Actually, I probably should do that now. The reason why I should do that now is because that will actually start getting you'll start having problems over time. Apparently, this is a wine making area too. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Actually, it's the wine for real fast. Is that agriculture? It is from agriculture. So this actually is a pretty good one for making a shrine to Artemis. You know, I demolish. I convert the other one. Think about it. I can't really afford anything else, I think, this turn. So let me check to see the army situation. So this army I want is to move over to Armenia. Well, apparently first I can upgrade the whole thing, it seems. So now they all have level 1 armor. Perfect. Who doesn't like that? We'll get this unit army into Armenia. These next Armenia, then we'll recruit a new hoplite force. I really am surprised that it's a hoplite unit that I lost, not any of my other ones I consider a little bit weaker. It's definitely surprising. Oh, can I actually build a siege equipment here? I can. If I can afford it, but I can't afford it. I think I would actually save up for a siege unit. I think that'd be kind of fun to have in an army. I don't usually use those. Might be useful. Who knows? Well, you guys might know. Everyone at home knows more than the person making stuff. I know that. But just like Pergamon completely beat up Pontus, that means we don't have to worry about a western border with Pergamon yet. Unless Pergamon decides to go to war with me. But they haven't made any inclinations to go to... Actually, Pontus must still be alive in some capacity because they're still in the Uncharted Order. But they're not bordering me anymore, it looks like. They just need to make sure Pergamon doesn't... If Pergamon doesn't go to war with me, that means I can focus my full strength into attacking, minus the army that I have, just in case in the northeast, in case the barbarians decide to start getting a little uppity. Though admittedly, that army is not really all that great for actually dealing with barbarians outside of defending cities, because there's very low mobility against very high mobility. Lots of problems there. Though admittedly, the AI doesn't really use their mobility a whole lot very effectively, so it's like not as big a deal compared to his actually players, but what can I say? Yeah, this champion's doing a good job of scouting for me, though. Quite happy about that. But I kind of want to move a little bit closer just to the situations. I did still find it funny. I was like, oh, look, 2 armies right there. It was always funny to me. I refuse. Rebellion imminent in Hyazdan. The area where I just basically destroyed the rebellion. Fortunately, there's due to the, I guess, to the unhappy population, we're not getting any more. Pontus has now been destroyed. Okay. We're not getting any more replenishment on our army here, which is really unfortunate, I can safely say. Which would mean that I need to leave the region in order to actually get replenished. But if I leave the region, then we'll have our own problems. That's the wombo combo of problems. So Pontus is Pergamon. Let's see what Pergamon thinks of us. As long as Pergamon seems to like us, we should be okay.
The blessing of the Olympians upon you.
But not right now. Well, you do have a mutual enemy in the Seleucids, so at least we don't have to worry about them immediately attacking us. So I'm gonna move this army over to Tushpa. In the 2 turns, it should arrive in Tushpa in time for the rebellion, and then I'll move this army north to replenish. These we're gonna do there. This army here, I'm gonna keep in Samosata for now. Actually, well, it's almost fully replenished actually, but I'd like to. What is the difference between you two? These guys are actually better. These Galatian levies are infinitely... Oh, I could get Galatian swordsmen. Oh my. I like that a lot better than these guys. Even if they're more expensive, they're far superior. I think it's going to be time to start replacing these armies. We're going to be a little smart about... Is this better than my Thrail spears? My Thrail swordsmen? These are better than my Thrail swordsmen, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in 2 turns, we will also get some... We'll also start replacing these guys with the spears. I think that'll be good. Because these guys will be a good front... Like, they have nice melee defense, so they'd be good for holding the line, I think. Even though their morale... could be better. We get Cappadocian Lancers, which are actually on... No, they're actually worse. Never mind. I was about to say they might be better, but they're not really better. Yeah, we built to make this army into actually something worth fighting for. Honestly, this is actually one of the things what Divine Empire I like, is because the way the system is designed, I actually have... You can kind of tell this army is made from over here because of all of the Georgian medium infantry that they have. But you'd also tell I'm permanently Greek because I have these hoplites and these Greek sounding names. But over here, this army has some Greek units over here in the elite stuff, but it has a lot of Armenians, some Scythians. Now it's having Galatians. It's quite the diverse army. Over here is the only one that's actually just pure Greek. Even then, it's not really pure Greek. It actually has Caucasus and archers as well. I think that's kind of cool. Let's see, if I get out of this form, what can I recruit here? Nothing still that's all that good compared to what I already have, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go back to patrolling the region, keeping people happy. Slowly but surely, this place is being converted over to Greek culture. Slow process, however. Alright, let's end turn here. And at this point, I think I'm going to do, unless something drastic happens, this probably be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We lost Tushpa for like a millisecond, then we immediately retook it. Fortunately, people probably were still slaughtered in the process of them taking it, but oh well. You do. Armenia has officially been wiped out, and now it's just mono, us versus the Seleucids. Admittedly, it's the Seleucids versus basically the world right now. Because the Seleucids made the mistake of declaring war on a lot of different people. Like, if they didn't declare war on me, I was tempted just being nice, peaceful friends with the Seleucids. But because they declared war on me, I can't focus on the barbarians to the northeast, which means now I have to slaughter the Seleucids. And try and, carve up as much of their territory as I can before other people slaughter them, So it's like, they really should have thought things through more, Really should have thought things through more. What can you do? But I wish you guys a good day, night, evening, wherever it may be. I'm tired. I'm very tired personally. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was doing some preparation for a D&D campaign thing, and it got me up late. Well, it's not D&D, but it is a tabletop RPG. So we increased their loyalty by refusing that. Seems legit. So, but I was able to record 2 videos tonight. It'll just be my next few days will be a bit of a scramble to make time to record the videos I was supposed to do tomorrow, but I ended up doing the preparation stuff instead for various reasons. So we'll get this army to Tushpa, and then we'll start shipping these guys back north so they can be replenished in Misheta. These guys are basically fully replenished. And I can get these guys to patrol the region to keep those guys happy, at least for now. I want to dismantle these guys next turn to try and replace them with Galatians who are superior. At least they seem to be superior. I may check again just to make sure before I, delete them. I definitely want to delete them though for the swordsmen, because I definitely wanted the swordsmen because they're pretty strong. Especially because they have the javelins and things like that, which is very useful. Syria apparently has very unhappy citizens, but we just conquered them, so I'm not expecting them to be very happy with me. Apparently, we have an outraged populace. Yeah, Syria Sena's grow slowly becoming more Greek, especially with that being upgraded, which is nice to me. So I am wanting to get this set up to be converted over to, I think, a storage room. The reason I want it to be a storage room is this mostly due to the fact that I want to make sure I have recruitment because I'm about to try and take over this whole region. So I'll need the replenishment of my armies. Alright. So with that one, I wish you guys a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.